Good morning everybody and welcome to a new vlog. This is going to be a little bit different today because it's mostly going to be gardening, which is unusual. Often it's like baking and crafting, but because it's finally warm enough to actually do some gardening, we're going to do some gardening today. I'm currently wearing my little pinny because I've just been cooking up what in my family we call a cooked breakfast, so a full English. That's what we're going to start the day with because I really fancied a full English today. So we've got like homemade sourdough bread and some local eggs and some bacon and sausage. So yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. And then get stuck in the garden. Loads of jobs to do. So first of all, I need to weed the raised beds and top them up with compost and some fertilizer, and then I'm going to seed some chard, some spinach, some lettuce, just straight into the beds because it's now warm enough. Now it's the beginning of April, it's about 17 degrees today, so it's going to be really nice. Then I need to pot up my dahlias and get those started in the greenhouse, my dahlia tubers. You can start them in March, but I've just waited until April just to make sure it's a little bit warmer for them. And then I've got loads and loads of different seeds. I'll show you the different seeds in a minute, actually. All the different things that I want to start off in pots and in seed trays and stuff in the greenhouse. Oh, I also got 12 strawberry plants. I've been really bad at growing strawberries. I've always wanted to grow them and I've had them a few times and I just always seem to manage to kill them. So I just went and bought some new plants. I bought you could get 6 for a certain amount of money at the garden centre. So I got 12, and then I've got one off my dad that he gave me last year that I've somehow managed to keep alive. So we've got 13 strawberry plants, which some of them have got flowers and things on them, which is great. So I'll get all of those potted up, and yeah, then I'll probably this afternoon I will do a bit of crafting. I need to block a new cardigan that I just finished. I'm now onto the gusset area of the sock that I'm working on, so I might take you along with that. We've got a friend coming over for dinner tonight and Russell is cooking up a really delicious beef brisket bœuf bourguignon. So we've got this massive beef brisket from Riverford, which is where we buy all our food from, and he's doing bœuf bourguignon, so it's got leeks and carrots and red wine and just deliciousness. So it's going to be a really lovely day of just gardening and crafting, delicious dinner with a friend. So yeah, really looking forward to today. So I thought I'd just take you along with me. May not be a particularly long vlog, we shall see. Often my vlogs are half an hour. This one might be a little bit shorter, but I hope you enjoy this kind of more of a homegrown style vlog rather than a handmade style vlog. Okay, so here's all of my seeds for today. So I'm going to sow some cos lettuce straight into the raised bed. I'm also going to sow some chard. This is rainbow chard, straight into the bed. And then also, if I can find it, some spinach. And I'm just literally going to do one line of each. And then in a couple of weeks, I'll probably do another line of each so that it staggers it a bit. And then when when all of that goes over, I might do some summer lettuces and things. I mean, spinach you can basically sow all year round. And I absolutely love spinach, fresh spinach in a salad. So that's going straight into the beds. And then I have got some calendula. I want to start growing some herbs and medicinal herbs and flowers and things like that this year. So I'm going to pop some calendula in a seed tray. I've got 2 yellow courgette seeds. These are quite old, so I'm going to see if I can revive them. If not, I'll have to go and buy some courgette seeds in another week or so if they don't germinate. Obviously I've got my dahlias, so I've just got my dahlia beach. That's where I got them from last year. I also have some nasturtiums in my seed collection. So I have quite a large collection of random bits and bobs that I've bought over the years. So I've got some nasturtiums which I thought I might start off in the greenhouse, and then I might pop them in the flower bed. There's a little corner that we could build a little teepee in that would work quite well. So I'm going to start those off, I think. Then we've got the climbers. So I've got these lovely purple peas and then some purple beans as well. These came from Riverford, actually. They did a little seed swap for people. You could win some seeds, and I commented and I managed to win a load, which is really cool. So we'll do those as well. And then I think the rest of it is pumpkins. So I've got some white pumpkins. So I've saved these from some white pumpkins that I bought last year. I've got some crown prince squash. Again, I bought these last year and ate them from a local organic farm. And then some butternut squash, which also I think was from Riverford, and I saved the seeds. So yeah, that's what we're going to plant up today. The squash, again, will all go in pots in the greenhouse, and then once it's strong, it'll go into the big squash bed. So 2 of the raised beds are going to stay empty for another month probably until the seeds have grown a bit. I'm also hoping to plant some cucumber, but I probably won't start that until next month because you just want it to be really warm even to germinate the seeds in the greenhouse. So towards the end of April, beginning of May, I will do some cucumber. And then I think that's going to be it really for everything that I'm growing this season. So that will obviously be, some of it will come in sort of late spring, early summer. We'll get some stuff over the summer, and then we'll get some squash in the autumn. And that's it. I don't tend to grow much over the winter because we just don't have space to be planting up cabbages and carrots and things like that. So yeah, that's probably it. And obviously we'll also have the dahlias. The dahlias will go right through until like almost the end of November, which is amazing. Let me actually turn the camera around. There we go, that's a bit better. You can see my little wreath there. That needs to be replaced really, I think, with like a later spring wreath. It'll do for now, but the daffodils are going to go over soon. Yeah, so I will also be growing some flowers and things like that. So I will seed some cosmos and some zinnia and some amimagus. Oh, I'm not doing a very good job of this, am I? Some cosmos, some amimagus and some zinnias straight into the flower bed in like sort of mid to late May, depending on how the weather's going and how warm the soil is. I'll pop that in, and I will also take you on a little tour of what the flower bed is currently looking like. It needs weeding today, but we've got lots of tulips coming up, which is really exciting now that it's April. We've got some alliums coming up. They're obviously not open yet, but yeah, we've got buds on lots of different things, on the evergreen shrubs. We've got loads of buds all over the clematis. We've got buds on our apple trees. So yeah, I'll give you a little tour of what the garden's looking like at the moment as well today. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my breakfast now. So I started in the garden by just weeding out the raised beds. I hadn't really touched them for basically 6 months, so they needed a really good weed out and a sort. I just had a quick check over the raspberry plants to see if they needed any weeding, but they were actually fine and they're growing really, really well. And then I moved on to potting up all of the strawberry plants that I bought and just filling these troughs with some compost, and then I'm going to pop all of the gorgeous strawberry plants in there. I cannot wait for strawberries this summer. They are one of my absolute favourite fruits, and there really is nothing like a homegrown strawberry. then moved on to potting up my dahlias. So I kept these tubers from last year. Last year was the first time I ever grew dahlias, and I had real success with them in the raised beds, but this year I'm intending to grow them in the flower bed with the rest of my flowers. I'm still going to use them as cut flowers because they make amazing cut flowers, but they'll also add some greenery and some colour to the flower bed. Last year I just popped them straight into the raised beds because I didn't buy them until May, whereas this year I'm starting them off early at the beginning of April in pots, so we'll hopefully get a slightly longer growing season. So I'm sort of potting them all up and then I'm going to pop them away in my greenhouse. The next job to do was to plant up a load of seeds. These are all the seeds that I spoke about at the beginning of the video. So planting up some peas and some squash, replanting up my tomato seedlings. I think I also did some calendula and lots of other lovely, lovely plants for later on in the year. It was then time to add the manure to the raised beds just to make sure that they're full of nutrients and healthy for the next growing season. I hadn't really done much to the soil for a couple of years in these raised beds because I grew vegetables in the first year and then I grew flowers in the second year, so I just wanted to make sure that it was nice healthy soil. Here's our little head gardener watching over us, making sure we're doing everything to her satisfaction. And then I planted up some salad seedlings. So I planted up some chard, some rainbow chard, some spinach and some gem lettuce. So hopefully in sort of 10 weeks time, we'll start to be able to harvest some of these leaves. I got like mud and everything all over me, but that is the garden done for today. Really, really good tidy up. It's looking so much better. Loads of seeds planted up and everything, so I'm really, really pleased. And yeah, I think I'm going to try and do like a sort of garden vlog every month now, probably until like November, which will keep you guys updated with like what's going on there. I'm definitely doing more and more vlogging now with like, you know, sort of growing my own food and all that kind of stuff, as well as making clothes and things like that. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated. I hope you enjoyed coming along with our little gardening morning. Now I thought I would show you, I just got a yarn delivery, so I thought I would show you what just came in the post. It's not a huge amount, but it is quite nice. So I will just turn the camera around and show you. So I got some Drops Saffron, which is 100% cotton. Now I've never knitted with this before. It's a 4-ply weight. I often find with cotton that the weight is a lot thinner, even so like for example, a 4-ply wool would be a bit more like thicker and spongier, if that makes sense. But I wanted to make, I think it's called the Lil cardigan. I will put up a little picture on the screen of the cardigan. I wanted to make the adult version, but a family friend is having a little baby girl in the next couple of weeks, and it was actually this little baby girl's great grandmother who taught me to knit. So I wanted to make her a little cardigan because unfortunately her great grandmother is no longer with us, but her skills live on, and I just think there's something very poetic and beautiful about that. So I'm going to make her this little cardigan. This is in the shade Amethyst. As I say, it's 100% cotton. Because she's due in the middle of April, I thought actually I'll make her 0 to 3 months so she can wear it straight away and she can go through spring and summer if it's a nice lightweight cotton. So yeah, I'm excited. to see how this comes out. I could really do with a nice little sort of easy chilled baby knit, so I'll probably start working on that fairly soon. I've got let me show you. Ooh. I've got this is where I'm up to on my sock. So I often have a sock on the go, just a plain stocking net sock. I started this one back in February when I was at a conference with my church, and I thought I would just sit and knit away on a sock whilst I was listening, and I got to sort of like here, and I've just been so I did some of the leg the other day, the heel yesterday with the heel turn, and now I'm on to the gusset decreases, and then it'll just be the foot and the toe. So I've not got much left. I probably might actually finish this afternoon, because we're now just going to chill for a few hours. Russell wants to watch the F1. I'll probably watch some YouTube or something, and I'll probably finish up this sock, and then I might start on the baby cardigan. I've also been really wanting to make a Stella quilt cushion for like literally ever. You guys probably know that because I've said it about 100 times on the channel this year. So I might do the Stella quilt cushion first and just get one of those cushions done, because I want to make 3 for this room. So I might just get 1 done, and then I might take this on my holiday with me, which is just after my 30th birthday party. I'm going on holiday for a couple of nights to a treehouse. So this might be a nice little easy, because it's got like a sort of lovely lacy yoke, and then the rest of it is stocking net stitch. So that might be quite a nice thing to work on. But yeah, that's the plan for this afternoon, is chill, do some knitting, and then eventually have a shower, wash the mud off my face, and make myself presentable for this evening to see our friend for dinner. I completely forgot to end the video, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment, and I will definitely make some more garden vlogs in the future. Bye!